Alright traders, welcome to Behringer Trading. My name is Jameson Gaddy, and I'd like to take a moment to share with you a quick 2-minute video that was posted on crude oil futures on the 21st of March 2017 following a recent aggressive sell-off. The video will briefly expose traders to some structure and principles as described by Richard Wyckoff. I will share with you some quick observations that resulted in my bias. Here's the video. Alright, so where do I think the trade is? I think it's going to be with crude. I think it's going to be with oil. So we have a very distributed structure. It's here. I've pointed this out on a few other screencasts. We had a nice bearish breakdown. A lot of supply emerged here. And with the supply, we broke support. So this is very distributive. I have a target of $40, but that said, I think we need to retest demand and see if there's any participation up here before we actually have a further breakdown. And one of the things I want to point out is that we can appreciate that as prices dropped, there's a lot of selling volume. We've rallied up. There's a little bit of participation. There's some buyers. We all know there's a nice bullish, there's a nice trend line that's here that that people are buying, and I think this reflects that that speculation. But on this pullback here, what I want to point out is that there's less supply, there's less selling. So I would not be surprised that we see prices rally up, retest this level of support. There's no selling. Now we have some accumulation, and we rally higher into this prior level, and then I think that we'll have no participation and prices will break down, and we'll test this $43 to $40 area. Additionally, if we look at today's trading session, this is a volume imbalance. This is specifically a volume profile with the imbalances shown. The highlighted red and green areas are just where big block trades traded. So we can see some block trades here that had very little impact during the market hours. As a matter of fact, we actually saw some larger buy orders here create a buying imbalance. So relative to these prior sessions, this is a pretty large buying imbalance, and it looks like we're going to kind of passively test this overnight. But I'll point out that prices are trading below the value area. So 80% of the trading session will happen within this value area. We're actually trading below that. So we have a 20% probability that will remain there. So I think that we're going to kind of test this a couple times. And then I anticipate that oil is going to rally higher with the potential to retest that larger zone of distribution. So I think the oil tomorrow and moving into the rest of the week is actually going to be with oil. Good luck. Alright, thank you for stopping by. As you can appreciate, as of 4 March 2017, crude oil futures has rallied $2 into the recent zone of distribution and is in a process of testing a prior level of support. The question moving forward is whether the key level will be confirmed as resistance and continue distribution. Join me here at Behringer Trading for updates on charts, videos, weekend educational chart reviews, and our private Twitter feed at the Behringer Room. Thank you. See you later.